Hello traders, this is day number 12 and trade number 23, I believe, of the small cap market open test trading. We're trading with one single share with real money, but just one single share until we prove this plan profitable or unprofitable. So let's take a look at the screener and I'll show you how I pick these stocks. So I use my small cap screener. Always click those three dots and click modify, otherwise the filters do not get applied. Then you must organize the list by volume, or this is what I do, so that I'm trading only the highest volume stocks. And I'm looking for 500,000 shares or more of volume, but they obviously must be going up in price, so they must be green. And I want to see a percent change of 5% or more. You can see there's not much this morning. When I was trading, it's a little later right now, BTU was above 5% and it had a nice relative volume compared to its average volume. So that was the one that I traded. Right now, obviously, it's pulling back. So let's take a look at the trades and see what happened. So at first, of course, I'm just going through some of the stocks that meet my screener criteria and seeing if they meet my chart criteria. So that's what you're seeing me do here. And if they don't stay on this chart page, that means they were rejected. And then if they do stay on the chart page and you see me put a single yellow line that is marking out the previous high, and I want to see that level broken before I can even consider taking a trade, there's a couple other levels that have to be broken. I'll show you on BTU. So here we go. Here's BTU. And it did meet the daily chart requirement. So this first yellow line is the break of the previous high. It established a new high of day on that same candle. And that's confirmed by this pullback on the red candle. Then once this green candle broke over that level, that was the break of the high of day. So now the second high of day is the top of this red candle because it pulls back on that candle. So that becomes the second high of day, and then it immediately breaks out over that on the following candle. So that's actually my entry. My entry was getting kind of triggered as I was moving that line in place, but I missed it. So the ideal entry was 1566, I believe. I missed it. Now the only scenario where I can still get in at that price is if the price gets retested, and as the price comes down, now there is a stipulation there. The profit target that would be in place if I would have gotten this ideal entry must not be hit. If that price level is hit, then I can't take the trade because that means I already missed the 2R trade. But if it just goes up a little bit, comes back down and touches that price exactly, then I can get in on the retest. So let's take a look at what happened here. So I did calculate my my profit target for the ideal entry. Let's see here. And then it starts to come back down. Let me see. I believe I did let it, the idea was to let it touch 1566. Let me see. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. The trade would have worked out the exact same way, but I'm supposed to wait until I see 1566. And when it actually happened, I wasn't quite 100% sure. I think I might have gotten confused because as the price is coming down, I'm seeing 1566 here. Let's see. I want to see this in real time and see what happened. So it looks like I triggered it on 1567, and then right after that it goes down to 1565. So I did mess up that entry just a little bit, but that was not intentional. The idea was to let it hit 1566 and then hit the hotkeys. I may have gotten roughly the same entry. The result would have been the same either way because this trade did stop me out. And hopefully you realize what this is. This has nothing to do with trying to catch a falling knife or catch it on the way back down. What this is the idea behind this is to get in the exact same place I would have had I gotten my ideal entry, which is right here. And again, as I said, my plan says that I can do that as long as my would-be profit target, the profit target had I gotten in at this level, is not hit. If that doesn't happen and the price comes back down to that level, then it ends up being the exact same trade as if I would have gotten in over here. So hopefully that's clear because I know there's been some confusion about that in the past. So let's see what happens. So it does pull back quite a bit from that level, and then you see it starts to take off here. It's looking strong. This is still the first trade of the day. This yellow line, this green line is the profit target had I gotten my ideal entry at 1566. So we're 2 cents higher than that. And since I'm trading with a 2R reward to risk ratio, then that moves my profit target up 4 cents. Let's see what happens here. But either way, even if I would have gotten my ideal entry, this trade would have failed because you can see I just got stopped out there. And then I decided, the place where I would give up on this stock is right here at this level. If the price pulled back below that level before giving me an entry, then this stock was definitely weak because this was obviously a nice, strong, clean run up in one direction. So that seemed like a good area to declare this stock weak if the price fell below that level. So now when this happens, I'm supposed to get in on the next entry, which is the next time a 1 minute candle makes a new high. And I believe the high of this candle is 1546. So if I see 1547 or more, I need to get in. Now, I did miss it again, was just a little bit slow on my, I guess, I don't know what was going on here. Oh, so no, I see what happened. Sorry about that. So this candle had not established a new high yet. Obviously the high was from this candle, so those numbers I was telling you were wrong. The high looked like it was like 1549 or something like that. Let's see, it looked 1548. So the next candle comes up, and you can see it popped up above it immediately, and I missed it again, and now it's at 1548 again. So I need to see 1549 or more before I can trigger my hotkeys to get in. Let's see what I did on this one. There's 1549. And again, I tried to hit my hotkeys. You could see I hit them because the list came down. That indicates that I did not hit the hotkeys correctly. And as soon as that happened, I hit them again and got filled 1 cent higher than I wanted to. So essentially the same trade as I wanted. And then again, moving that stop loss in place very quickly is extremely crucial because these stocks are very unpredictable, these small caps. So you don't want to get stuck in a flush. And once again, using my 2R calculator comes in very handy to calculate the profit target without error and move that in place. And now the trade is all taken care of. It's looking strong. Nothing is guaranteed, but it's looking like this one is going to work out. And again, I always like to put out my ideal profit target based on my ideal entry. If that gets hit and I get stopped out, then I stop trading for the day. So it looks like it's going to get very close to my profit target, but does not quite reach it. Let me see, what was the highest price? Maybe 1578 or something. So it's probably 4 cents shy of my profit target. Frustrating when that happens, but it does happen sometimes. And the most important thing always is to stick to your plan and do what your plan says. Do not get jittery and start to pull your profit targets down, because as soon as you start that habit, you're never going to break it. You're always going to be taking less than you should on your winning trades, and you're always going to be losing your maximum amount on your losing trades. And that's why in the long run, you'll end up red. You'll have very long periods of green streaks, and you'll think that you're doing great. And then all of a sudden, you take a string of losses, and because your losses are full-size losses, they wipe out all those green days right away. So it's happened to me in the past when I was a new trader. So I'm speaking from experience there. And then I get stopped out on that trade. Again, pretty frustrating. But then I have to get in as soon as a 1 minute candle makes a new high. This one, again, I missed my, I was just a little bit off this morning with getting in these trades. I think 1544 was my ideal entry. So I had to wait until the price came back to that level. Again, my stop loss would have been the low of this candle. So as long as the stop loss isn't hit on this pullback, if it goes back to that 1544, and there it goes to 1545, so I trigger my hotkeys to get in. I move my stop loss in place right away to 1533, I believe, and then I move my profit target in place, and this is trade number 3. So no matter what happens here, I'm done for the day. Even if it loses, that's it. 3 strikes, you're out. So let's fast forward. And that I got stopped out on that trade. So, this is exactly what the concern is with small cap stocks: is do they really honor the price action patterns that we see develop? Do they honor key levels, that kind of a thing, or are they more unpredictable? And of course, I guess the general consensus is they're more unpredictable, and that's what we're seeing play out here in this test, and that's exactly why I'm testing it and not going in full position size or just trading with one single share. And so far the results are very mixed, and I'm going to go over those in a video that I'll record later today, and I'll release Sunday morning and show you where we're at right now. But either way, even if this plan ends up being unprofitable, what we're going to learn is that you can take 100 trades with an unprofitable plan if you trade it correctly and the risk management of the plan makes sense. You're not going to lose a lot of money, and I'm going to do that. I'm committed to that with this test. I'm going to take it to 100 trades no matter what, even if for a long period of time it is unprofitable. We're going to take it out to 100 trades no matter what, just to show you that if you trade your plan 100%, you can gather a lot of data, you can stay in the market for a long time and not blow up your account and take a very small loss. So we're going to check that out as we go along. So if you have any questions about this trade or any other, let me know in the comment section below. As always, you must go into every single trade with some sort of plan. You've got to have a plan, and then you've got to be able to follow it 100% of the time. If you're not, then your plan is meaningless and your results are meaningless. And then once you're in the trade, always take your stop losses, honor your profit targets, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.